A huge liar, Kevin Smith, is hoping that Masters of the Universe Revelation Part 2 sticks the landing. Oh man, well, you know what, Kevin Smith? I love to burst your bubble, but it's actually crashing and burning, and it's falling into the depths of hell. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. Well, Masters of the Universe Revelation Part 2 has come out, and a lot of people probably weren't even aware of it because, well, people just don't care. You know, Kevin Smith lied. You know, he lied to fans, telling them that, oh, this is going to be all about He-Man. It was going to be, you know, about him, and it was going to be, you know, a sequel to the original show back in the 80s. Oh, man, it was going to be good times. That's what he was promising people. You know, he dragged Clownfish TV through the mud, attacking them when they didn't do anything wrong, when they had actually gotten leaks, you know, rumors of what was going on, and which turned out to obviously be true. Kevin Smith, as butthurt as he was, had to go after him and attack him, even trying to get some media sites to go after him. I mean, I'm not kidding. This man is a shallow piece of shit. And he's hoping that this is going to stick the landing. And of course, you know, you have other outlets that are trying to protect his precious series. Like this from Polygon, because we all know Polygon's trash. Part 2 of Netflix's He-Man sequel gets real philosophical and kind of sexy. Masters of the Universe Revelation reckons with everything from power to sensuality. Yeah, sexy, huh? Sexy? Yeah, they think that this, Evil Lyn, basically becoming Evil Lyn, they think that this is sexy. This is probably one of the worst things. Like, I'll put it like this. I watched this, and it was garbage. It was worse than the first half, and the first part was so terrible. And, look, the animation looks good, don't get me wrong, but everything else is horrible. Like, the writing is garbage, the direction they took the show, it's terrible. And Evil Lyn gets the sword. Oh, God. There's so much to go over with this. But right now, as you can see, it shows what fans are really thinking. You have had such a massive drop-off. 7 critics, only 7 critics, to 393 of the audience scores. Like, you look at this and you compare this to, like, part 1, right? Look at this. 94% critics, we all know they're a bunch of shills anyways. 47 critics, 40 more, and then 6,940 the audience score to 393 as of the recording of this video. This is how badly this has dropped off. People don't give a shit because they ruined it. You know, they completely ruined it. Kevin Smith ruined this whole thing. You know, the bait and switch, which is basically what the whole thing was. It was all just a bait and switch. And what he does with the second half is terrible. We'll get into that in a moment. But it shows you that it was so awful. You destroyed characters. You lied to people to the point to where people lost interest. And like I said, it split the fandom in half. And now we're getting other outlets trying to say that, oh, this is The Last Jedi. They have a surprising theme. They share the same thing. It's like, oh, God. I mean, if there's one thing they have in common, it has definitely split the He-Man fandom in half. That's for certain. Which, of course, CBR and other show site thinks that this is brilliant.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Now, this article is bait, and you'll see what I mean. Let's go over this. When Masters of the Universe Revelation Part 1 played out, many were vocal over Teela's new role in the franchise. Yeah, they made her a complete and total insufferable bitch. They made her character horrible. She wasn't just He-Man's sidekick, instead taking lead as a liberator, trying to bring magic back to save Eternia after Prince Adam was killed by Skeletor. Thing is that she was never a sidekick. She was actually a very important character. I don't know why they would treat her as He-Man's sidekick when she was actually more important than that, but okay. Now, as part 2 unfolds, we see how her journey in the series, as well as He-Man's return, share a surprising theme with Star Wars The Last Jedi. Yeah, ruining characters. that would be the surprising theme, I guess you could say, because that's pretty much what they did. I mean, hell, you had Prince Adam die twice, and Kevin Smith was just parading around happy that he got to kill Prince Adam not once but twice. I mean, the guy, you know, oh, I'm a super He-Man fan. No, you're a liar. He didn't even like it. There's even clips of him saying he didn't like He-Man. This is regarding the democratization of power and how it's meant for everyone, not just chosen ones and messiahs. In The Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker and Aya, to reinforce this point to Rey, adamant his Jedi Order got it wrong. The Force was to be shared with everyone. Yeah, basically letting Rey just have all the power, be OP. And they're trying to say that Tila, had all the power. And then again, Tila was supposed to be the sorceress because, she's the daughter of the sorceress. And all along, way back in the 80s, the comics, they actually had they had the figurines of her actually as like the sorceress, but instead of being like a bird, she was like a cobra, like a snake. Cutting themselves off from love was actually wrong, and this gift should have been seeded throughout the cosmos so everyone could harness it as they were already tapped into it by just existing. I can tell you who probably had a hard time with seeding. It'd probably be Skeletor. I'll get into that in a moment. But this show has been failing. It's been falling apart. Now, there's this site called Flix Patrol. Flix Patrol actually shows you what is actually, doing well. Like what's popular on Netflix. What's actually being watched the most. Now, what's funny is if you look at this, all right, remember when Masters of the Universe Revelation Part 1 came out? It was trending for at least about 34 days, maybe. So 34 days, it was like number one. It was the number one show. Because, people gave Kevin Smith a chance. Because they thought that maybe this would be a proper sequel, which we all knew, when it came out. No, it was garbage, and it was a shame. It really was. And, you had tons of people that He-Man, it was a huge thing for. When you're a fan of something, you love it. It's like one of your favorite things. And He-Man was huge for an entire generation of people. And, they'd been fans for, 30 years. And I mean, they loved it. And then you take something, they destroy it. They're not coming back for more. And you look at the top TV shows for November 26th, which would be today as of the recording of this video, it's not even in the list. It doesn't even make the top 10. It doesn't even make top 20. You go for TV shows on Netflix by country, it's not there. Like TV shows and movies, it's not there. If it was such a big thing, if people really liked it, it would be there. It's not there. And I mean, it just came out a few days ago, but considering that it just came out, and it never once hit the top 10, it's kind of funny. Netflix was talking about how they enjoyed the views, oh yeah, the drama's fine as long as we get the views. They didn't care. What are they going to feel about this one now that the show has not gotten the views that it did with part 1? Because people would give it a chance. They gave Kevin Smith a chance. So, yeah, I doubt that there's going to be another part to this. I doubt there's going to be another season. Because, I mean, it could happen, but I doubt it. But when you look at the ratings, they're not even in the top 10. And it gets even worse because not only is this show not in the top 10, it's not even in the top 20, as you can see right here. Not even in the top 20. I mean, it gets worse. If you think it's bad that it's not even in the top 20, well, guess what? It's not even in the top 30. It's not even in the top 40. It's not even yet again in the top 50. This is how bad this is. You can scrape from the bottom of the barrel and you can't find it. Because nobody cares. And when you have like 80% of people that were reviewing it on Rotten Tomatoes gone. Because 7%, 47%, it's basically 80% gone. And to think, these critics are the shills that were praising this. Like, oh, it's a masterpiece. It's so good. Yeah, so much for that. 80% of them are gone. This is what happens when you lie. Kevin Smith, he got everything he deserved. Because the show, it's in the dumpster. Like, nobody cares. Because he destroyed it. Along with his credibility. This is going to affect Clerks 3. I guarantee this will heavily affect Clerks 3.
But wait! There's more!
And since Kevin Smith's holding out for people to, help out, like, oh man, give us views. Oh yeah, it's going to go well, right? No, I don't think so. Even like you have some reviews here, like this one, Masters of the Universe Revelations Part 2 review reboot puts He-Man in the back seat. Even when they're talking about He-Man being in the back seat, in which I'm gonna get into spoiler territory, so get ready. So starting now, okay, spoiler territory. Yes, He-Man is in the back seat. You don't even see He-Man like he's like what was it, Brutal He-Man or whatever it was. He's basically like the Hulk, but he doesn't come until like the last episode of Part 2. That's how bad it is. You have Tila, who basically, becomes the next sorceress, but she's not a bird, even though they have her dressed up like a bird. Her mother was, but she wasn't. She was supposed to be like a cobra, like a snake, but, whatever. And, Evil Lyn gets the power sword. And basically what happens, I'm not even kidding. Basically what happens is Evil Lyn is all like, "Oh, Skeletor, you need to let your guard down. It's too strong for me, and we need to do things that like stacks." He basically just is like, "Oh yeah, okay, well I'll stop being Skele-God for a minute." Puts a sword down so that Evil Lyn can take it. It becomes like this big, massive Abby smash from The Last of Us Part 2, and basically becomes Hevelyn. Yeah, not Evelyn, Hevelyn. And she is insane, because for one, her backstory is shit. Her backstory is literally, "Oh, my parents want to eat me. Oh no, they have cleavers and they're chasing her. They're coming after her to eat her." It's ridiculous. And so she starts attacking Paternia and killing people all over again. And, like, it gets insane. Like, and not in a good way, in a terrible way. Like, you would think Kodor, who is supposed to be, like, the balance of the universe, you would think he'd step in. He doesn't even make an appearance. Like, what is this? I'm serious. What is this? This show is so bad. And here's something in the review, okay? This is what it says. Tila and Evelyn's past are better explored, making them key characters in the series. The latter has been siding with the heroes, and the betrayal by the one who claims to have made her stings her hard as she goes into a universe-destroying spree. Yeah, Evelyn goes into a universe-destroying spree, and then Tila becomes the sorceress. And here's the thing. Here's the thing about this. She's not bound to Castle Grayskull, because power of love. God, it's so bad. It's terrible. And then Skeletor obviously betrays He-Man because they actually team up. Then he betrays him. They get into a fight, and their fight's like not even important. It's like the B tier fight, while Tila versus Evelyn is basically the A tier fight. It's so bad. It's so awful. Like, and here's what the review says. So Tila's metamorphosis from a warrior to sorceress is an emotional journey, and these aspects lend more depth to the show. Masters of the Universe Revelation impresses in a draggy sort of way, but it's safe to say the reboot is a success. Kind of funny they say it's a draggy sort of way, when it was pretty much all over the place. And here's the thing, like, that doesn't sound good for a review to say, "Oh, it's still a success, but it's kind of draggy." No, that doesn't sound good. And it's definitely not a success. If it was a success, then you would see it still hitting the #1 spot when Part 2 came out, and it never did. It was 28th place on the 24th of November, which was just 2 days ago as of recording this video. So, no, it hasn't done well. And look, had Kevin Smith never lied, had he never implemented the woke stuff, had he never ruined characters, then people would have been okay. If he had said that it had been about Tila, people wouldn't have been as mad. And look, people have loved Tila. They really have. But Masters of the Universe Revelation makes her insufferable. Makes her a bitch. I mean, let's be real. But this is what he gets. This is what he gets for lying. This is what he gets for attacking Clownfish TV. This is exactly what Kevin Smith gets. But anyways, let me know what you think about this dire situation down below. Subscribe to the channel if you were new here, and make sure you were still subscribed, because YouTube is unsubscribing people from all their favorite channels, so make sure you were still subscribed to all your favorite channels. Hit the video with a like, and also be sure to share the video on social media. Spread the word to get it out there. It's greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, be sure to follow me on both Discord and Minds. We have a wonderful community there. Not only that, but it will keep you up to date on when the news videos will be released, as well as any other upcoming events in the near future. So be sure to follow me on both Discord and Minds. The links are in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you, and have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.